राम राम हरे हरे,
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे,
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे,
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे,
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे,
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे,
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे,
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे,
जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी,
जय राधा माधव जय कुंज विहारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी,
Hare Krishna. So, a very warm welcome to all of you for today's session on the Srimad Bhagavatam. We'll start our session with the prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naran Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवति उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी. So we discussed in our previous session, it was a general discussion about the glories of Krishna and how we all living entities, we are all part and parcel of Krishna, and we are naturally attracted to Krishna. We are naturally lovers of Krishna, and that is why Shravanam, when we hear about Krishna, our natural love for Krishna gets awakened, and that is our natural state of being. That is what a living entity is meant to do, and that is what takes us to the liberated stage of our life, which is when we are immersed in love for Krishna. And that is the only way in which or by which we can attain real liberation, which is to go back to our original home, Krishna's abode, Golok Vrindavan. So that is why in this chapter we are seeing Bhagwan Kapil. He's talking about the glories of Krishna. He's talking about the form of Krishna. Now it's not that we have not seen this form of Krishna. When we were all in the spiritual world, before falling down into this material world, we all have seen that form. And that is why these forms of Krishna are installed in the temple. If you go to any temple, you see that form of Krishna. As of now, we have forgotten because of so many, especially those who are conditioned living entities. So, Anadi Karama Phale, it is said in the Vedic scriptures that since so long living entities have been in this material world that they have forgotten what is the original form of Krishna. How beautiful Krishna is, how he looks. Although we all have seen Krishna before falling into this material world, we all were serving Krishna. We were all engaged in loving service to Krishna. So we all have seen Krishna. And that is why bhakti means to revive, to reawaken, to again remember the form of Krishna which we are used to love. And that's why these descriptions of Krishna's beautiful form is given here in these shlokas of Srimad Bhagavatam by Bhagwan Kapil. So now today we'll begin our discussion with text 22, shloka number 22 of the 28th chapter of the 3rd canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. यशोष निःसृत सरित प्रवरोदकेन तीर्थेन मूर्ध्नि अधिकृतेन शिवः शिवोऽभूत् ध्यातुर्मनः शमल शैल निसृष्ट वज्रम् ध्यायेच्चिरं भगवतश्चरणारविन्दम्. यशोष निःसृत सरित प्रवरोदकेन तीर्थेन मूर्ध्न्यधिकृतेन शिवः शिवोऽभूत् ध्यातुर्मनः शमलशैलनिसृष्टवज्रम् ध्यायेच्चिरं भगवतश्चरणारविन्दम्. Translation: the blessed Lord Shiva becomes all the more blessed by bearing on his head the holy waters of the Ganges, which has its source in the water that wash the Lord's lotus feet. The Lord's feet act like thunderbolts hurled to shatter the mountain of sin stored in the mind of the meditating devotee. One should therefore meditate on the lotus feet of the Lord for a long time. You see, very important shloka. So, what is Bhagavan Kapil saying here? So, he's saying, Yash Shaucha Nisrit Sarit Pravara Udakena. Udakena means pure water, or generally water from well is called Udakena, but here Udakena means pure water from river Ganges. Sarit Pravara. Sarit Pravara means river Ganges. Tirthena Murdhni Adhikritena Shiva Shivobhut. Murdhni means the top of the head. Adhikritena Shiva Shivobhut. Adhikritena means to accept or uh, to originate form. Shiva Shivo Abhut. Because the water of river Ganges fell on the Murdhni. Murdhni means on the top of the head of Lord Shiva. You see, the word is used. Adhikritena Shiva Shivo Abhut. Lord Shiva became even more pure. Lord Shiva became purified. Shiva means auspicious or pure. So Shiva Bhut means Lord Shiva, who is already pure, he became purified when Mother Ganges, the river of Ganges, the water from the river Ganges fell on the beautiful forehead or beautiful top of the head of Lord Shiva. Similarly, Dhyatur Manah Shamal Shaila Nisrishta Vajram. Dhyatur means Dhya means to meditate. Manah Shamal Shaila. So a person or a devotee who is trying to meditate on Krishna, because that's what is the goal of life, to meditate on Krishna. So he is trying to meditate on Lord Krishna. For him, meditating on the lotus feet of the Lord or going to associate with pure devotees of Krishna who live in such holy places of pilgrimages. Shamala Shaila means those devotees who are meditating on Krishna, who are trying to meditate on Krishna. For them, meditation on Krishna is like Nisrishta Vajram. It's like a huge thunderbolt. Vajra means Indra Dev, who is the demigod of heavenly planet. So Indra Dev has a very special weapon called Vajra. And with this Vajra weapon, he can destroy even the most powerful mountains can be destroyed just by touch of the thunderbolt weapon of Indra, which is called Vajra. So if Indra touches his Vajra to a big mountain, that mountain will get destroyed, get completely collapsed. So this mountain, so here why this example is given? So here mountain is compared to sinful reactions of a living entity. You see, a living entity has been here in this material world since so many lifetimes, isn't it? And every action that a living entity does, it will have either good reaction or bad reaction. Bad reaction means sinful reaction. So just imagine how much sinful activity every living entity carries. Isn't it? No one knows how much, what is the amount of sinful reactions which a living entity carries in this material world. It's humongous. And that's why it is compared to a mountain. So each living entity carries mountain of sin. Now this mountain can be destroyed by the thunderbolt of Indradev. Isn't it? Mountains, huge mountains can be destroyed by thunderbolt weapon of Indradev, which is called Vajra. So meditating on Krishna or meditating on the lotus feet of Krishna is like the thunderbolt weapon of Indra. For what? For sinful reactions. For mountain of sinful reactions. That means if a devotee meditates on the lotus feet of Krishna for a long time, then all his sinful reactions will be destroyed. His mountain of sins will be destroyed simply by meditating on the lotus feet of Krishna. So the lotus feet of Krishna is compared to a thunderbolt. It is compared to a Vajra. It is compared to the thunderbolt of Indra. Just imagine. The lotus feet of Krishna is compared to a thunderbolt of Indra for all the sinful reactions which a living entity has accumulated. What does it mean? That how much ever be the sinful reaction of a living entity, but if he comes in touch with Krishna, if he starts to serve Krishna, if he starts to meditate on Krishna, then all his sinful reactions will be destroyed at once. That is the potency of meditating on the lotus feet of Krishna. You see? So here Bhagavan Kapil is talking about the extent of purity of the Lord. The extent to which he is so pure, he is so divine, he is so transcendental, beyond everything material, the supreme pure, the purest. He is so pure that river Ganges. Now all of you might remember the divine pastime of Lord Vamandev. I narrated this pastime many times earlier also, that to save the demigods, the Supreme Lord, he took the form of Vamandev. Vaman means a very short-heighted Brahmana. So the Lord, he took the form of a very short-heighted Brahmana. And he asked, so at that time, Bali Maharaj, who is the grandson of Prahlad Maharaj, he he was also very powerful, just like his great grandfather Hiranyakashipu. But Hiranyakashipu was a demon, but Bali Maharaj was a great devotee of Lord Hari. So, but although he was a great devotee of Lord Hari, but he did not like Devatas, because demigods and Devatas and Asuras, or demigods and demons, they can't stay together. They are always against each other. So Bali Maharaj had captured even the heavenly kingdom of Indra, just like Hiranyakashipu also did. So to save the throne of Indra, Lord, he took the position of Vaman Dev. He took the form of Lord Vaman Dev. And he went to beg for 3 steps of land in the kingdom of Maharaj Bali. So Bali Maharaj told Vaman Dev that you, wherever you want, you measure 3 steps of land and that land will be yours. So Lord Vaman Dev, he started to expand his size, and he became as big as the universe. His whole form it became so huge that he covered the whole universe. So in one step, he covered the upper parts of the 3 planetary systems. And in one step, he covered the lower parts of the planetary systems. And then the Lord said, so where should I keep my third step? Because you promised that wherever I want, I can, uh, 3 steps of land I can take in your kingdom. So in 2 steps, I have covered the whole kingdom of yours. So where should I keep my third step? So Bali Maharaj told that you keep it on my head, my dear Lord. I'll become yours. I'll become your eternal servant. So when Lord Vaman Dev, he was covering the upper part of the universe, when he raised his leg to cover the upper part of the universe, Lord Vaman Dev's lotus feet touched the layer of the universe. And because Lord Vaman Dev, his lotus feet touched the layer of the universe, there was a hole. A hole was created in the universe. And through that hole, the causal ocean or the Karan ocean, which is the ocean on which all the universes are floating. So that Karan ocean, that causal ocean, entered into our universe as Mother Ganga. And now Mother Ganga, how did she come? So she come when the water of the Ganges entered, it washed the lotus feet of Lord Vaman Dev. That water washed the lotus feet of Lord Vaman Dev. So that, just imagine, that water became Charanamrit. So why we worship Mother Ganga, why Ganga is so special river? Because she is Charanamrit. She is the river which has originated from the lotus feet of Krishna. So that's why she is Charanamrit. That's why we all worship Mother Ganga. So Mother Ganges, when she entered the universe, she had great force. And Lord Shiva, he very pleasingly took the water of Mother Ganges on his forehead, on the top of his head. Why? Because it contained the dust of the lotus feet of Lord Vaman Dev. So that is the potency of Mother Ganga. So here it is in the Shloka, you see the first part of Shloka, it is mentioned that when the water of river Ganges fell on Lord Shiva became purified. Why? Because the water contained the dust of the lotus feet of Lord Vaman Dev. So Shiva Shivo Bhut. That's why you see the word is used here. Shiva Shivo Bhut. Lord Shiva became Shiv. Now already his name is Shiva. Shiva means pure or auspicious. And here it is mentioned Shiva Shivo Bhut. Even Lord Shiva became pure. Lord Shiva became even more pure. Why? Because the water was of Ganga. And why the water of Ganga is so special? Because it because that water is Charanamrit. It has come from the lotus feet of Lord Hari, Lord Vishnu, Lord Narayan. You see? So that is why Lord Shiva, he is considered to be the greatest Vaishnava. Vaishnavanam Param Shambhu. Of all the Vaishnavas, of all the pure devotees of Krishna, Lord Shiva is the greatest. So those who worship Lord Shiva, the worshippers of Lord Shiva, they are called Shaivites. Just like we are worshippers of Lord Vishnu. So we are called Vaishnavas, isn't it? Similarly, those who are worshippers of Lord Shiva, they are called Shaivites. Shaiv. Those who are worshippers of Mother Durga, they are called Shaktas. You know, they worship Shakti. So they are called Shaktas. So generally, Shaktas and Shaiv, they are very similar. Because both are related, no? Shakti means Mother Durga, she is wife of Lord Shiva. So generally, Shaktas and Shaivas, they are together. Generally. But among Shaktas and Shaivites also, there are two kinds of Shaktas and Shaivites. Or you can say Shaivites. Because Shaktas are basically Shaivites only. But those who worship Shakti or Durga Devi or Mother Parvati, they are called Shaktas. But basically, they all worship Lord Shiva also. So, in one sense, they are Shaivites only. So, our Sanatan, this whole Vedic, the people who follow Vedic culture, they are divided into two categories predominantly, Vaishnavas and Shaivites. Okay. Now, even among Shaivites, there are two kinds of worshippers of Lord Shiva. The first category or more exalted category are those Shaivites who worship Lord Shiva they worship Lord Shiva because they don't know about Lord Vishnu and they are not envious of Lord Vishnu. Okay. They worship Lord Shiva because they don't know about Lord Vishnu and they are not envious of Lord Vishnu. They are the first class devotees of Lord Shiva. And generally, all the first class devotees of Lord Shiva, they all become Vaishnavas over a period of time. All of them. All the devotees of Lord Shiva over a period of time will become Vaishnavas. That is sure, guaranteed. Because Lord Shiva, he wants all his devotees to worship the Supreme Lord. Similar, and the second category of followers of Lord Shiva or worshippers of Lord Shiva, uh, they are those worshippers who are envious of Lord Vishnu. They worship Lord Shiva, but they are envious of Lord Vishnu. Just like Ravan. He was a great devotee of Lord Shiva, but he was envious of Lord Ram. Hiranyakashipu. He worshipped Lord Brahma, but he was envious of Lord Vishnu. So there are such worshippers also, those who worship Lord Shiva, but they are envious of Lord Vishnu. So such worshippers, they never become Vaishnavas. In fact, such worshippers gradually they become Mayavadis and they become atheists and they fall down. Because ultimately, who is Lord Shiva? It is mentioned in the Vedic scriptures. Ekala Ishwara Krishna Arya Sabhritya. Krishna, Ekala Ishwara Krishna. There is only one Ishwar, who is Krishna. Arya Sabhritya. All others are his servants. Right? Whether it is Lord Shiva, whether it is Lord Brahma, whether it is whoever that may be, Devatas, goddesses, they are all servants of Lord Krishna. They all have been empowered by Krishna to perform special functions in the universe. But they can never be compared to Lord Narayan or Lord Vishnu. No. In fact, it is mentioned in the Vedic scriptures that if a person he equates, if he tries to equate the position of Lord Vishnu with any other devata, such a person is considered a Pashandi or an atheist. If a person tries to say that all are equal and they try to equalize everyone with Lord Vishnu, such a person is called as Pashandi. Pashandi means atheistic person. He has become an atheist. So living entities since times immemorial, they are all in this material world, struggling, suffering, the reactions of their sinful activities. Sometimes those reactions may be good reactions, but most of the time those reactions are bad reactions. And here it is compared that these sinful reactions of many lifetimes or millions of lifetimes is like a mountain. All these sinful reactions have been stored like a mountain. And that mountain can be destroyed only by thunderbolt weapon of Indra. And thunderbolt weapon of Indra is compared to meditation on the lotus feet of Krishna. And that is why you see the word is used here. Dhyayat chiram bhagavatas charanarvindam. And therefore dhyayat chiram. Chiram means for a very long time a person should meditate on the lotus feet of Krishna. He should always see the lotus feet of Krishna. And that is why we have temples of Lord Krishna, where we can go and we can witness the beautiful form of Krishna. We can witness the beautiful form of Krishna in front of our eyes in a temple. Temples are not simply places where you just go and hang around. No. Temples are places where the Lord is present in his form as Lord Krishna, as Radharani. And we all go there to meditate on that form of Lord Krishna. And that is the only way to attain liberation. That is the only way to become free from mountain of sins. You see? So mountain of sins can be destroyed simply by meditating on the lotus feet of Krishna. That is the potency of meditating on the lotus feet of Krishna. So by coming in touch with the dust of the lotus feet, the water of the dust of the lotus feet of Krishna, which is Ganga, you see the whole shloka, if you see sum and substance of the shloka, what does it say? It say that Lord Shiva's head, when it came in touch with the water, which washed the dust of the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu, when that water of the dust of the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu fell on the on the head of Lord Shiva became even more pure. Lord Shiva became purified. Shiva Shivo Bhut. Lord Shiva became purified by the water of the dust of the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu when that fell on his head. That is the potency of the Lord's lotus feet. And if we can meditate on the lotus feet of Krishna, then what will happen? That meditation is like thunderbolt, which will destroy all the sinful reactions which we have committed in our past. You see? Now, how much ever number of sins a person may have committed, but if he seriously meditates on the lotus feet of Krishna. So how to meditate on the lotus feet of Krishna? Okay, now we know that we have to meditate on the lotus feet of Krishna. We came to know the glories, the potency of the lotus feet of Krishna, that even Lord Shiva becomes pure. Although he himself is pure, but even he becomes pure by coming in touch with the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. So then how to meditate on the lotus feet of Krishna? So there are two methods which are given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Shravanam and Kirtanam. Hearing of Krishna Katha, that is the first process. And second process is chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So when we chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and on a regular basis when we hear the Krishna Katha, that is the only way by which we meditate on the lotus feet of Krishna in this age of Kali Yuga. Of course, we go to temple also. In temple also we do that. But the most potent methods are Shravanam and Kirtanam. And if we can do that, Dhyayat Chiram, if we can do that regularly over a long time, we'll go back to our original abode from where we have come, back to Goloka, the abode of Lord Krishna. After giving up this body, we'll never take birth again. So that is what we are seeing here. Those who are new to the channel can subscribe. All of you can like, comment, share. We'll stop here. We'll continue our discussion in the next session. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.